What's going on, guys? Robert Uprama Breed here, and today I'm going to take you guys through my leg workout, which consisted of only squats, while answering 3 of the most common questions when it comes to squats and leg training. Alright, so a quick overview of what I'm currently doing. I'm running a program called 1086, which I customize myself. If you're a beginner and you're just starting out, I do recommend that you run a program that's already made, such as 531 or 5x5, simply because these programs have been tested by thousands of people and they work really well. So they'll give you a good boost, they'll give you a good base. And until you understand how your body works and how it responds to different movements and different percentage ranges, so on and so forth, I do recommend that you stick to programs that are already made and are proven to work rather than customize yourself. All right, so the way this program works is 3-week cycles and then repeat. First week you do 3 sets of 10 with a certain weight. Second week you up the weight and do 3 sets of 8, and then third week you further up the weight and do 3 sets of 6. For this particular workout I had to do 385 pounds for 3 sets of 8. However, the intensity is getting too high, so in order to avoid crashing and CNS burnout, I did drop 2 sets, so I only did 1 set of 385 pounds, and then I continued doing 5 sets of 315 pounds for sets of 8. So that was my workout for today. Alright, now let's get into the 3 questions. Question number 1, is squatting bad for your knees? And the answer is no. Squats are not bad for your knees. And if you feel pain in your knees, that is most likely due to poor form or really tight muscles. Your hip flexors could be very tight, your hamstrings, your quads. It could be many different reasons. However, squatting should not make your knees feel pain. Squatting, generally speaking, are a hip movement, meaning that most of the load should be on your hips and it should not be painful to your knees. So if you do feel pain in your knees while squatting, I do suggest that you check your form first, make sure you're doing it correctly, your setup is proper, and you're doing the most efficient way. And secondly, make sure you foam roll properly, you stretch out, and you make sure that you don't have any tight areas that could make the knees compensate for something else. Question number 2, are squats really gonna make my bum bigger? And the answer is depending on how you set up. Depending on your squat stance, different stances will emphasize different muscle groups. So for example, wider stance, with your toes pointing outwards, will generally speaking will emphasize more your hamstrings and your glutes at the bottom of the lift. And closer stance and high bar will generally speaking target more your quads. Okay, so it depends on how you set up and how you do your squats. You could set it up so that your glutes do most of the work, yes. I do suggest one thing. A lot of people have really tight glutes and they fail to warm up properly, and when they do the squats, their glutes are actually not firing correctly, they're not fully active, so something else compensates for it, such as lower back or your hamstrings or your quads. Okay, so make sure that you activate your glutes prior to squatting by foam rolling, stretching, and doing an exercise such as the rope pull through or the kettlebell swing, high reps, a couple sets, just to make sure your glutes are firing and fully active while you perform the squat. Right? And the third question is, does squatting stunt your growth? Can squats stunt your growth? And the answer is no. Squatting places stress on your joints, but this stress is primarily compressive in nature, and your skeleton tolerates the stress very well. The ends of your long bones have growth plates, and when they become injured, there's a slight chance of this injury interfering with the growth of that particular bone. This rarely occurs on the extreme loads only. As long as you keep proper form and posture and not use dangerously high weights when squatting, there's no risk of stunt growth. Squatting actually improves your musculature, your strength, and even bone density. So unless trained to the point of injury, your skeleton will strengthen, not weaken, following resistance training. So make sure you keep proper form and use weights that you can actually handle, and you shouldn't have to worry about stunt growth. Guys, that concludes the video. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, comment if you have any questions, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching again. Peace.
Turn my music.